The sun beats down on the Florida coast white sand, gentle waves, the picture paradise. It's a scene that draws millions every year, promising relaxation and escape. But the beauty hides a deeper story, one that's unfolding just out of sight beneath that shimmering surface. A story is unfolding hidden dangers, ancient threats, and microscopic mysteries. The ocean, for all its calm, is alive with secrets, some of which have been waiting centuries to be discovered. This isn't fiction. It's happening now, June 17th, 2025. The headlines may not capture it all, but the signs are there for those who look closely. Scientists are issuing a final call. Pay attention to what the ocean is telling us. Their warnings grow louder as new evidence emerges, urging us to act before warnings become disasters. What we don't know can hurt us. Are we listening, or are we too distracted by the surface to notice the signals beneath? It began quietly. A strange object appeared on Englewood Beach, seemingly harmless but a sign that the past is never truly buried. Each tide brings new mysteries, reminders that history can resurface at any moment. Meanwhile, scientists nearby unlocked a secret and natural menace that turns the sea to blood. Two events, a bomb and a virus, delivering the same urgent message. The ocean is more complex and dangerous than we imagine. These discoveries are not just warnings, they are calls to action. The ocean's threats are evolving, and so must our understanding. This isn't about fear, it's about facts, because knowledge is our best defense. The more we learn, the better prepared we are to protect ourselves and our coastlines. We take our beaches for granted, but the ocean is a wild frontier, holding our history and our future. Every wave carries stories from the past and warning for what's to come. Right now, it's sending us signals from explosive relics to invisible biological threats. The ocean's language is subtle, but its consequences are real. These aren't isolated incidents, they are pieces of a larger puzzle. Each clue brings us closer to understanding the ocean's warnings. Scientists are racing to put it together before it's too late. Their work is urgent, their discovery is vital for our safety. The calm blue water is a dynamic, sometimes volatile environment. What appears peaceful can change in an instant, reminding us of nature's power. Our safety depends on our willingness to learn. The ocean is speaking. Will we finally listen before it's too late? Englewood Beach, June 11th, 2025. The sun rose over the Gulf, painting the sky in soft pastels as families set up umbrellas and towels, ready for a day of fun and relaxation. Children played. Laughter filled the air until their games were interrupted by a strange discovery half buried in the sand. They spotted a large, barnacle-encrusted metal object, its surface rough and mysterious. To most beachgoers, it looked like nothing more than an old scuba tank or maybe a piece of shipwreck debris washed ashore by the tide. But Marcy Martinez, a sharp-eyed local, felt uneasy. Something about the object seemed out of place, and she quickly told her family, urging them to keep their distance. Authorities responded swiftly, cordoning off the area and moving people away from the scene. The beach, once lively, fell silent as concern spread. The dream of a perfect beach day was shattered, replaced by a chilling sense of uncertainty and nightmare from history resurfacing in the sand. The object was soon identified, an unexploded World War II airdrop bomb, corroded but still potentially deadly after all these years. For 80 years, it had waited beneath the waves, hidden from sight, a silent relic of a distant conflict. An explosive ordnance disposal team was called in, securing the area and evacuating the beach to ensure everyone's safety. Hours passed as bomb specialists worked carefully, analyzing the device and determining whether it was still alive. The tension was palpable as crowds waited anxiously behind the police tape. Thankfully, the bomb was a dud, no longer a threat. It was carefully removed and disposed of, bringing relief to all. The beach eventually reopened, but the sense of safety that once existed was forever changed. People returned, but with a new weariness. Marcy spoke of her shock and relief. Locals like Linda Powers reflected on the unpredictability of the sea and the hidden stories it can reveal. The incident served as a powerful reminder hidden dangers can lurk just offshore, beneath the surface of even the most familiar places. Authorities' message was clear. If you see something unusual, don't touch it, report it immediately. Vigilance can save lives. This event ripped a hole in our perception of safety, leaving a lingering sense of vulnerability on the shore. The past isn't just in history books, sometimes it washes up at our feet, reminding us that history is never as distant as we think. We must respect the powerful forces that brought it there and remember that the ocean holds many secrets. The official response prevented tragedy, but the lesson remained: preparedness and awareness are essential. The ocean's secrets demand our attention, and its mysteries remind us to always be alert, for we never know what the tide may bring. How does a World War II bomb end up on a tourist beach in 2025? It sounds like something out of a movie, but for Floridians, it's a real and ongoing mystery that washes up with the tide. Florida's unique history holds the answer. The state's long, winding coastline has always been a crossroads of adventure, conflict, and change. During World War II, Florida was a hub for military training, its coastlines perfect for bombing practice and naval exercises. The state became a staging ground for thousands of young pilots and sailors learning the art of war. Thousands of planes dropped both dummy and live bombs into the Gulf and Atlantic. Not all detonated, and many simply vanished beneath the waves, forgotten as the war ended. Many became unexploded ordnance, UXO, settling on the seabed over time. These relics became part of the underwater landscape, hidden from view. Over decades, storms and currents shift the sand, uncovering these relics and carrying them ashore. Each hurricane season, the ocean rearranges the past, sometimes revealing dangerous secrets. Florida's extensive wartime role makes it a hotspot for such discoveries. Few places in the U.S. have such a dense concentration of military history just beneath the surface. Cleanup is slow, dangerous, and expensive, like searching for needles in an ocean-sized haystack. Specialized teams must carefully locate and remove each threat. For now, these metallic ghosts remain part of the coastal environment, blending into the sand and surf, waiting to be discovered. Some munitions, even after decades, can still be volatile. The risk never fully disappears, no matter how much time passes. The official advice: never touch or move suspicious objects. Always alert authorities, because even a harmless-looking relic could be deadly. The Englewood beach bomb was a lucky break. It was inactive, but not every story ends so safely. The next one might not be. Each discovery is a reminder of the hidden dangers beneath Florida's beautiful beaches. Our beautiful waters were once training ground for destruction. The echoes of war still lingered just out of sight, their legacy still waiting to be found, a hidden chapter of history that the tides refused to let us forget. The bomb was a visible threat, but another danger brewed: microscopic, biological, and far more frequent. Florida's red tides. Red tide is a harmful algal bloom caused by the explosive growth of Karenia brevis. Billions of these algae can turn clear water into a reddish-brown soup. Normally harmless, they become deadly when conditions, temperature, salinity, nutrients are just right. Blooms form offshore, then drift to the coast, lingering for months and devastating marine life. Karenia brevis produces brevitoxins, powerful neurotoxins that kill fish, sea turtles, manatees, and birds. The result: mass die-offs, beaches littered with dead fish, and a foul stench. The danger doesn't stop at the water's edge. Breaking waves release toxins into the air. People nearby can suffer respiratory irritation. For those with asthma, it can be severe. Red tide turns paradise into a health hazard. Scientists have long known what red tides are, but not what ends them. Now, a breakthrough: viruses that infect the algae may be the key. In 2025, researchers at the University of South Florida used viral metagenomics to analyze water from past blooms. They found dozens of previously unknown viruses associated with Karenia brevis. The theory: as algae populations explode, viruses infect and burst them, causing blooms to collapse. It's biological warfare on a microscopic scale. This discovery could help predict when red tides will end, and maybe one day control them. Understanding these viruses could mean better preparation for communities. The research is new, but for the first time, there's hope we might fight back against the crimson tide. The ocean's mysteries are starting to reveal solutions. The impacts are real and deeply felt along Florida's coast. When red tide hits, tourism collapses, hotels empty, restaurants close, fishing stops. Cleanup and lost revenue cost millions. Residents suffer, 2 windows stay shut. Children with asthma can't play outside. The ocean's dangers can also be sudden and tragic. In November 2024, Victor Castañeda Jr. saved his sister from a rip current, sacrificing his life. Rip currents are silent killers, pulling even strong swimmers out to sea. Victor's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the ocean's power. The human cost is immense: lost jobs, illness, and lives. These events change our relationship with the sea, turning joy into anxiety. The discoveries of the World War II bomb and red tide viruses are critical. They are not just scientific curiosities. They are vital intelligence for our safety. The ocean demands vigilance and respect. From slow suffocation by red tide to sudden rip currents, the risks are real. Understanding them is our best defense. When danger strikes, local voices reveal the true impact. Marcy Martinez, who found the bomb, was scared her innocence replaced by awareness of hidden threats. Linda Powell summed up the uncertainty. You never know what you'll find. Officials responded with clear advice: safety first. Don't touch or move suspicious objects. Call 911. Even old, harmless-looking items can be deadly. 4 red tides. Check daily updates. Avoid affected areas. And don't eat local shellfish. Warnings aren't panic, they're empowerment. After Victor's tragedy, police reminded swimmers: stay near lifeguards, swim parallel to shore if caught in a rip current. These rules are crucial. Paradise as boundaries, and breaking them can be fatal. Here's the core issue, the final warning from scientists. It's not just about a bomb or a bloom. It's about how little we know about the ocean just beyond our coast. We've been complacent, treating the sea as a playground and dumping ground. The discovery of viruses that attack red tide algae is a breakthrough, but it shows how much more there is to learn. As the climate changes, events like red tides may become more common. The bomb on the beach reminds us past actions of consequences that can resurface decades later. This is a call to action. Invest in ocean research, map the sea floor, analyze water chemistry, and untangle food webs. Such research is a necessity, not a luxury. The ocean is changing, and sending us signals ignoring them isn't an option. These discoveries are data points. We're living on the edge of a world we barely understand. The time to get serious about what lies beneath is now. Where do we go from here? We stand at a crossroads, fear and uncertainty on one side, hope and discovery on the other. The future of Florida's coast depends on turning warnings into action. Support scientific research and demand resources for monitoring our waters. Individual responsibility matters. Heed warnings, report strange findings, and educate ourselves. Our actions on land, like fertilizer runoff, can fuel the very red tides we fear. The connection between our lives and the ocean is unbreakable. Scientists' final warning is one of urgent optimism. The threats are real but not insurmountable. Human ingenuity can solve these problems if we have the will to look for answers. The waters of Florida have spoken. It's time to listen, learn, and act.